Angels, I'm at that stage where I'm not brushing the hair because I feel like it looks good wild. Am I right or am I very wrong? I'd like to know. However, I'm not actually going to get your answer until the end of the video, so whether my hair is right or wrong, you're still going to have to watch this video. I'm sorry, but it's going to stay wild. Hello honeys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're just joining me now, then hello, my name is Imogen. Welcome back to Storytime Sundays on this channel. I have an upcoming Storytime Sunday for about, I would say 15 weeks, maybe even longer. That's well over 3 months. Let's just say it's going to be about 4 months worth of Storytime Sundays because I have so many story times for this topic. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, join my family of huns, give this video a massive like button because it makes my life much easier. Thank you, hun buns. So yeah, definitely hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, love your life, because today we have Storytime Sunday and it's starting for another 4 months. So buckle up, get ready, step inside to the world of the huns because we are, what did I just say? Like, are you alright, Imogen? No, definitely not. Anyway, today is a very exciting video because it's story times and I've missed them and we're back. Every Sunday at 5 o'clock, you are going to have a new story time. So, the topic of the story times is my old jobs. Now, I'm only 25, but I seem to have worked, well, maybe nearly 10 years now. No, yeah, over 10 years now, because I started just before I was 16. And I have seemed to have the most jobs. Like, am I okay? I'm not sure. I have 4 months worth of story times about jobs and I could probably do them even longer. I'm going to try and cut them down so you huns aren't bored, but I've got some funny story times. Please don't judge me about whatever happens in these story times, like what I'm about to tell you, but I just thought I would give you an overview about my past and what I've done before YouTube. So I really hope you enjoy these videos. Definitely don't judge me because I was a bit naughty sometimes. But anyway, let's start with my first job. Also, some of these stories you are just not going to believe, but again, my name's Imogen. Apparently I just have a whole world of stories. My mum and dad have so many stories, so just guess they passed that on to me. I think everyone has stories, but I just feel like I like to tell them. Yeah, get on with it. Okay, so basically my first job, set the scene. 3 weeks or a month before I was 16, I got that card. What's the card called? I got my, what's the card? It's not my NUS extra number. What is it called? My national insurance. I got my national insurance. I was just about to tell you my national insurance then. Imogen, don't tell people your national insurance. Anyway, so I got my national insurance. I was so buzzing because I was like, baby girl's about to earn P. Like, obviously before this, I helped my family around the house and they'd give me pocket money. But this was like, oh my God, I've just remembered another job. Okay. I need to write that one down. I need to write it down before I forget. I've got a little whiteboard here, you know, because I'm not organised. Clearly there's nothing on it. Okay, here, quickly. That was good use. That pen doesn't work. Wonderful. Let me write it in my phone. I'm the worst storyteller in the world, but I thought I need, okay, there you go. Done. Okay, love you so much. Right. So basically, I started working at the place where it was popping. Everyone who knew everyone was working at this place, and it was a call centre. Yes, my huns, Imogen loved her little life. Went to the audition, didn't I? Audition, as if it's like an acting thing. I went to the interview, and the interview was like, you were put into pairs, and I was there with my best friend at the time, who I've also done story times about, so you should go and watch those ones, because she was awful. I'll leave them down below, but you know, Laura, if you know my OGs, you know Laura, then yeah, I went to the interview with Laura. Anyway, so we were all very excited, went to the interview with Laura, absolutely loving life, and we were really confident and really chatty, and some people just weren't, and we had to like manage a team, and we had to like come up with loads of different like situational based questions, and I was like, yeah, absolutely loving life. And I think they just wanted customer service, so I was just making sure I was really confident and really like bubbly. So obviously as well, when you go into your first interview when you're younger, I feel like you're a lot more confident because you don't actually know what could go wrong. Like, you don't know that you wouldn't get the job and your rent would depend on it, and you know, things like that. When you're younger, you're just like, I just want a bit of money to get my little popping clothes and top shop, you know? Do you know what I mean? So I got the job. Me and Laura, my best friend, got the job, and I was absolutely buzzing. I was like, listen, your baby girl's gonna work all summer before she starts at college. Then also, it was so perfect because it was next to my college, so I was like, I could work when I've got a half day at college. It was just perfect. It was perfect. And also, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is me being completely honest, I hated college life so much, and that was when my parents were divorcing, and My attendance at college was 32%. I'm surprised I got the grades I got for A-levels because I was horrific. Obviously I was going through a lot at home, but I just hated college. There was so many different reasons why I hated college, but I'll go into that maybe for another story time. There you go, she's got another story. But yeah, so I hated college, so a lot of the time I would actually work there when I was meant to be in college. But let's just not talk about that one. Let's definitely not talk about that one. I'm not encouraging anyone to do anything bad like me, but I don't blame myself, I don't judge myself, I don't look at other people and judge them. Like, people go through different phases of their life, and I was in a really bad place at college. I'll tell you that. That is the truth. That is definitely the truth. Anyway, so Imogen, loving life, started going to the job, and there were so many people there from different, you know, places in Brighton, and I just got to know everyone. It was like one big happy / not really happy family. So we had 3 managers there. One was a woman, and she was so scary. And when I mean scary, like, I'm talking like she was, she reminded me of Miss Trunchbull. She didn't look like Miss Trunchbull. She looked exactly the same as Gemma Collins. She looked exactly the same as Gemma Collins. And then there was another guy there that worked there who was a really nice manager. And then there was another guy who actually, by the way, that manager guy that I'll talk about was, yeah, we'll just not talk about that one. So, and then the next manager was an absolute vile pervert. Like, when I mean I was 16, he was 32. The things that he used to say to me was so disgustingly inappropriate, it was horrific. And at the time, I'll go into it, basically, joined the job, absolutely buzzing. Everyone thought I was going to be top seller because everyone was like, she has got the gift of the gab. Well, let me tell you, humbuns, I don't have the gift of the gab when I don't believe in the product. So the product we were selling, I feel like I'm The Apprentice, the product that we were selling was insurance for skyboxes. Now, I didn't pay any bills. I didn't even know how much a skybox cost. Well, I thought it was like £40 a month, isn't it? Something like that. But we had a script in front of us. Now, I feel like I can sell a lot if I'm passionate about it. Like, you Huns know, when I like a product, and let's say I'm working with a company and I'm doing like a sponsored video, you know that I will have to believe in that product and like that product and have tested that product for a long time before I start telling my Huns about it, because I'm not going to start selling you lies. No chance. Because if you buy something and I'm like, this is amazing, buy it, yeah, cute, hashtag sponsored, then you're going to go buy it, and let's say it's rubbish, you're then going to hate me, dislike me, to unsubscribe from my family of Huns, and what am I going to get out of that? Like a sponsored video. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So if I don't like something, I can't sell it, I can't work at it, I can't do it. Like, if I don't like something, I just can't be positive about it because I can't lie. I'm the worst if I can't. No, sorry. So anyway, they're like, oh, she does acting, like she's going to be so good, she's so flamboyant, and I was just really like confident at the time, and I loved it. So so many different people, like, I'd get to dress up for work and just absolutely love it, you know. Anyway, so I was doing sometimes the 2 till 8 shifts, but I started doing the 10 till 8 shift because I just wanted to earn extra money, and I wasn't making any sales, so I needed to work all the hours under the sun to try and get some sales. Now, when I'm telling you I wasn't making any sales, I'm telling you I wasn't making any sales. Like, some people there were unreal, yeah? And they could talk whilst also then picking up the phone and then also making a hard sell. I wasn't that person. Like, I'd be like within the family, you know, getting really in the community of everyone at the call centre and like really loving everyone, like being friends with everyone, like, you know, flirting, loving life, and then all of a sudden Imogen's got no sales on the board. And at the end of the day, they were like, Imogen? And for the first month, they gave me off. They were like, listen, we understand, like, it's your first month, you're getting used to it. And I was like, they're so sweet. Yeah, that went on basically the whole time I was there. And the only sales I actually made, and this is actually true, I worked there for a good, I'd say 7 months, maybe 8 months. I'm telling you this. The only sales I made were from the pervy manager because he would give me sales because he didn't want me to lose my job. Yeah, can you imagine? He would give me sales and everyone would be like, oh, you did really well today. And he'd give me the commission, but I didn't do the work. Like, I would call people and be like, hi honey, my name is Imogen calling, and they'd be like, no, sorry, see you later, don't call me again. I'd Do you know what I mean? Like, I genuinely was like, this just isn't for me. Like, this isn't for me. And because I didn't know enough about the product, and also I felt like the product was a load of absolute wank, excuse my language, but I honestly believed that product that we were selling was awful. So how could I lie? And also, it gets a little bit dark a little bit later on in the story. But I just couldn't do it. Like, we had this script and a lot of people would tailor the script, and there's me like sticking to the script because I'm thinking, if I say anything wrong here, they can come for me. They can sue if I lie. I couldn't do it. But a lot of the people, and this is where it gets a bit dark, would lie. They'd lie. They'd lie. And then Imogen started getting a bit funny about it and started seeing red flags because I was like, what is going on? But at the time, I was so buzzing. Oh, it's flashing red. That means I haven't got enough memory. Let me delete some stuff, Hans. I'm rubbish. Okay, back, Hans. Sorry about that. Right, so basically, I just couldn't lie. And what really started making me feel a bit weird, basically, I loved the fact I was earning money because the actual flat rate was really good for my age. Like, the basic wage was actually quite good. I mean, it could have got better because you make sales and then you get good commission and there'd be bonuses and stuff like that. But Imogen was only ever getting commission from her manager, and that just, sometimes he'd give it to me and then sometimes he'd be just awful and be like, yeah, not gonna give it to you this week. I made those sales, didn't I? And I'm like, yeah, fair enough, but just give me the sack because I'm really bad at this job, like, you know? And it felt really like he was only giving me those sales because he was just being a perv. Like, honestly, when I mean that man was absolutely vile, like the things, he had a kid, he had a girlfriend, the things he would say to me were so disgusting. And I'm at 16. I was quite an innocent 16-year-old. I was a flirty 16-year-old and really like, oh yeah, cute. But I was actually really naive and really, they say frigid, but I wasn't frigid. I just was scared of doing stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just progressed a bit later with things like that. But anyway, so obviously I knew about sex and stuff, but the things he would say to me was just dirty. Like, dirty, which I'm not going to repeat to my Hans, but it was just not great. It was not great. So Imogen was like, feeling uncomfortable in this situation. Anyway, so then, I mean, you got to laugh because this was just a funny situation. So then, it starts getting a little bit dodge because I start seeing people calling people that were elderly and talking them into sales when they don't even know what they're being sold. Like, it was horrific, honestly. So then Imogen starts getting her, you know, her voice. And when I don't agree with something, I can be quite argumentative. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, the other day, I walked past this woman. It was Remembrance Day. I just need to quickly tell you this. I walked past this woman. It was Remembrance Day. And I was in Home Sense with my boyfriend. And I was wearing a red lip and a big white oversized coat. I was wearing red on my eyes and red on my lips because it was Remembrance Day and I just thought I'd be cute. And I walked past with my boyfriend. This is no word of a lie. We walked past and she went, little tart. And she was a really attractive older lady. Her and her husband, like, they looked quite wealthy. What they were wearing was like Barber jackets, lovely. They just looked nice. And I would actually walk past them and smiled. But they actually said that. And they laughed. So then I thought, can't leave it. Sorry, I can't leave it. Like, not only is it Remembrance Sunday, but people shouldn't be allowed to get away with stuff like that. So I walked up. Like, I'm a really nice person, but I do have a feisty side. I can be fiery. Like, my parents, I guess, have made me that way. Like, I stick up for myself now because I never used to. So there are some situations where I get really intimidated, but this wasn't one of them. So I went over to her and him and I went, excuse me, I actually heard you call me a tart, and laugh at the same time. I said, I'm not being funny, but both of you should shut the F up. I did say that, sorry. And also, maybe you should try and be a nicer person, because clearly the person you are isn't a very nice one. So I would definitely rather be my tarty self than your horrible self. Thank you, bye. And my boyfriend was standing beside me because in case, you know, he needed to be the man and step up to the plate. But he was like, fair play, Mills, like, fair play. So anyway, I can be feisty. And back then, I disagreed with this. Like, some of the older women and some of the older men they were selling to, I was like, you wouldn't sell to your granddad. You wouldn't do that to your granddad. You're calling an older person who doesn't even know kind of what day of the week it is. They were honestly completely out of it, and you're selling them a product, taking their money out of their bank when they don't even know what they're doing. I said, if someone did that to your parent or grandparent, you would go crazy. I was like, you're disgusting. So anyway, I got called into the manager's office and they weren't happy with me. And they were like, if you don't like the job, then jog on. I was like, but now I started earning money, you know, and actually at the point and the time, My parents are breaking up and I ended up actually living on my own when I was 17. Due to certain family complications and things that happened. It was actually a really difficult time. So I ended up actually paying rent. So it was quite difficult because now this was my job where I actually needed to live and needed to survive. At the beginning it was like, yeah, just that Topshop clothes. This was now like, oh no, what am I doing? Do you know what I mean? So then it gets even better because, are you ready for this? I'm sitting there with my family. So basically I'm sitting there, I've gone round to see my dad and my mum, because at the time it was all going on, and we're sitting there and it was actually quite peaceful. We're watching Watchdog, and all of a sudden my work comes on it. My work comes on it. Oh yeah, I'm sitting there with my parents, like telling them I'm earning money and like I'm being really good, and you know, I'm trying to go to college, and I was trying to kind of mediate them and hopefully pray that they got back together, but they just weren't gonna. And then the job I've been telling them about that I'm doing really well at was on Watchdog, because it was basically illegal. What they were selling, they'd been filmed. Can't believe it. I wasn't in that day, thank the Lord. Imogen wasn't on Watchdog, because thank the good Lord Jesus Christ. Can you imagine? My parents are like, have you got to tell us something, young lady? And I was like, what? No, I didn't know that this was illegal, that we're selling this. Honestly, I was so naive. I just thought we were selling Sky Insurance, but apparently we were cold calling and calling people and getting data from someone else, and it's the worst thing in the world. It's the worst thing in the world. Can't believe I did it. I can't believe I did it. Honestly, I can't explain it to you. So then, I go the next week to hand my notice in, and guess what happened? Bearing in mind, I'm owed about £800 by this point. Guess what happened? It went into liquidation. Went into liquidation. The whole company, gone, destroyed. See you later, first job. Bye, hun. Bye, rent. Buy nice clothes. Buy £800. And at the time, and still now, £800 is a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. But don't worry about it, huns, because by this point, Imogen had already started her second job, which I will go on to in the next video. But I already had 2 jobs that I was juggling. Thank the Lord, heaven, Jesus Christ, and I ended up moving back in with Dad. But can you imagine? And I'm like, I'm not gonna get my £800 back. And there's people that I was talking to and they were owed thousands. And there's me like, I'm not gonna get my £800 back. And they were like, Imogen, I've got a kid to feed. Like, you think you're not gonna get your £800 back? I'm owed like thousands and thousands of pounds worth that had just been gone into liquidation. Can you imagine? Can you actually imagine? Because people were working, and I didn't really know this, but people were working and not getting paid because they were in arrears, and the banks the bank transfers just weren't working. I'm actually very lucky that I was even getting paid. But these people lost thousands of pounds, and they tried to take them to court, but because the company was in liquidation, it was very difficult, and the company just, I can't believe it was so dodgy. I can't believe it. Honestly, huns, there's me like, oh my God, like I'm gonna be on the phones, like loving life. You wouldn't even imagine it. Honestly, where I worked, it was actually just one big joke. Like, the boys there would come in. I mean, some of them were on tag, like, you know, they'd done stuff. Some of them had ASBOs. I don't even know what that is. Like, Imogen was just like, what am I doing here? What am I doing here, Hans? Like, I did not fit in the slightest at all. There's me like, hi, yeah, very nice, like, to speak to you. I was just wondering, and they'd be like, don't call me again. I'd be like, okay, I'm so sorry, see you later. Okay, bye, Hans. Can you imagine? I was just awful. I was awful, that job. Like, I'm telling you now, if you put something in front of me, let's say this remote, I actually do like this remote because I'm happy with Virgin TV. I like the fact I can catch up on demand. I could sell you this Virgin remote. This pen, on the other hand, has gone, the nib's gone. Doesn't even work. Like, what? I only had that out for literally like a second and it's dried out. Not happy about this. So if you ask me to sell this pen on a phone or to you now, I would not be able to lie. Like, what can I say about it? Nothing. So that is my first job story. Thank God I started my other job, which I will go on to tell you in the next one. But you wait, because these videos get longer, they get more interesting. Like, I just want to tell you funny things about where I worked. But can you imagine, like, my first job, it scarred me for life. I was like, what's going on? Like, what's actually happening here? Do you know what I mean? Like, is everyone okay? Because I've just worked for nothing, basically. Like, sorry. Are you alright? And the only reason I actually worked at that place, I'll just quickly tell you, my first boyfriend was one of the managers. Yeah. That was just a little added extra. I was going to tell you earlier, but thought, should I? But yeah, there you go. So it's even better. It was just an absolute nightmare, an absolute nightmare. So he even knew that it was dodgy, but never told me. It was just wonderful. Yeah, we were just selling dreams and lies. Like, I don't even know how illegal it actually was. Let me try and look it up. Let me try and look it up and see if it says anything about it on, like, do you know what I mean? I bet it wouldn't. Couldn't believe it. Well, they've got a filing history. At least they've got that. I don't even know what that means. No, can't see it. Can't find it. But anyway, it was awful. Like, it was absolutely awful. Can't even cope. And that's no wonder why they kept getting so many new top managers. Like, there was one man before the Gemma Collins look-alike. Honestly, and then there was another one. There was just so many. Because obviously, everyone was just getting churned out because it was illegal. And they were just getting caught out. I can't cope. But then the boyfriend was going out with the girlfriend who was then the next manager. It was all one big joke. Like, honestly, you couldn't even write it. It was all one big dodgy mess and Imogen's just in the middle of it like, is everyone okay? Not making any sales. Can't go. Anyway, I really hope you like this video. Please give it a massive thumbs up. I've got so many story times coming for you about all my previous jobs. You wait until you hear about all of them. I have got so many stories. Like, I've worked in so many retail places. I've worked in clubs, so many bars, and there are some stories from there. I've worked in a bank. You name it, I've done it. Okay, well, now, if you are new here, definitely hit the subscribe button, join my family of Huns, give this video a massive like button, make sure you join me next Sunday because we have an even better one. So I really hope you like this. Sorry it was a bit short, or maybe it wasn't that short, or maybe it was just a bit boring. I'm really sorry. Was it boring? No, I think I made it quite fun, didn't I? Like telling the story. Anyway, if you're new here, basically I play a song game where you just gotta guess a song that I'm actually going to mime to. So get excited, Huns. Buzzing. No one's buzzing, but I'm actually quite buzzing. Love you. This is the part I really struggled to find the song. Don't know the words enough. My two shout outs for today go to Naomi and Hannah. Please definitely go and follow these angels on Twitter. I love you both so much. Thank you for being a Hun. All you need to do for a post notification shout out is subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you're loving life with Vlogmas and make sure you turn your post notification bell on because we love that. And retweet my latest video link live when it goes on. No, wait, what? Make sure you retweet my latest video link when it goes live on Twitter. And I hope you're enjoying Hunmas. I hope you like the giveaways. I love you all so much. Definitely see you next Sunday because we got another story time. But I upload every single day at the moment, so you better be loving life. I love you all so much. Until next time, I'm love you. And I believe you. Yeah. Stop. It's raining outside. That's really sad. But I got a green on my eyes, you know. Okay, stop. I love you. Bye.